Hello, everybody. Welcome to Die Party Hollowworth Expedition Week number 9. We've been having technical difficulties trying to get a few streaming services connected tonight, or today, and that's fucking frustrating. But we are live on Twitch at least, and potentially we might change to enable it later on today, but we'll see how we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So, as you might have noticed, we haven't played Hollowworth Expedition in about a month. I would say that's probably the exact. And now we're dropping frames again. What the fuck, Twitch? Anyway, yeah. Sorry if you run into technical difficulties watching tonight's stream. There is literally nothing I can do about. Apparently, Twitch is just like, oh, it's the morning. Who gives a fuck? Anyway. So, we haven't played in about a month, so the start of this might be a little slow, but I'm going to go around and introduce everyone because we've got a lot of game to cover. First up, we have Frank playing Arch Strathorn.
Hi, guys.
Up next, we have Maction playing Otto Schultz.
Hey, everybody.
I will be taking the helm of Rex Holt. Hi, I'm Dave. And last but not least...
Dave.
We have Wreckage, who is our GM or Game Master.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Greetings.
So, Wreckage, why don't you go ahead and, with your current knowledge, fill in the audience about what happened last month when we played.
So, a month ago, in between all of you guys not showing up for games,
the jabs.
Yep, you guys are pieces of shit, and you deserve it.
I prefer
a month
the subtle
ago,
ones.
well, you can only do subtle so often. A month ago, we were in Shangri-La. Rex was increasingly impatient and started doing some pretty careless and stupid things to try and advance his position in getting an escape route, finding the things he needs to find. Mm-hmm. He did manage to find the vial with the green liquid in it and break into an office. But ultimately, that led to him being drugged during a meal and carried away to a prison, wherein he was imprisoned alongside the leader of the Nazis who had shown up in Shangri-La before them and was also imprisoned, the raven-haired beauty. Meanwhile, with Maction and Frank, otherwise known as Otto and Arch, they decided to be a little bit more subtle and productive and enlisted the help of the mafiosos to pickpocket the amulet that Arch had previously seen used to open the mysteriously magical gates in the basement of the monastery. And at the end of the episode, we had returned with Benny, who had successfully pickpocketed the amulet from the monk, and notified you that you had at least a couple hours until it would be noticed that it had gone missing, possibly more. But now is your time to act, to find your possessions in the basement, or perhaps your missing comrade, or perhaps some unknown treasure, or perhaps some unknown terror.
Bounce castle.
And that is where we left off. So let's get right into it. Because of technical difficulties, we've got limited amount of time. I would like to start with Rex.
Hello.
Yeah, you've just awoken your opposite, the raven-haired commander of the Nazis.
With your furious masturbation.
Is there something you want to say to her or have done?
Well, in the period of me waking up and her waking up, I probably would have investigated the bars, found out that I can't actually lockpick them because they're made out of the same bullshit monk Nazi propaganda fucking stone. And I probably would engage her in conversation, just work out what she knows.
And how would that go?
It would go something like,
Guten hello.
Tell me what you know.
I can't say I'm happy to see you. I don't remember if Rex had a voice, but he doesn't now.
I don't remember if he had an accent. Yeah, don't you remember? You were doing a Scottish one this whole time. How could you
Oh.
forget something so
It, it,
distinct?
it, it sounded like if Barney was born in Scotland.
Funny guys, funny.
Actually, that was sort of the world-weary detective was the voice you were doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Otto,
Yeah, jawohl.
can we hear a little bit of your German accent real quick?
Oh, it is terrible German accent, but that is what you get when you ask someone who
Ravenhead
only
woman,
barely
you
speaks
sound
German.
very, very manly.
You want me to? You want
No,
me
I'm
to
just
speak as
kidding.
the Raven? Oh, okay.
I just wanted to exemplify a high quality, despite your self-deprecation, high quality German accent.
Well, I can play as my other characters if you want.
No, we're just joking. God, let's move on. You can't.
It's fun
can't
pushing
say
Records just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, she does. She just glares at you.
And
to that.
so then I turned back to her and I'm like, so, what are you in for?
The only thing that would have been worse would have been, what's a girl like you doing in a place,
A place like this.
That's the
Rex
only
has
worst.
absolutely no interest in having sex with her. No interest.
I'd say there's like a 2% interest. There's some residual genetics hanging around in that brain of his somewhere.
Yes, caveman, fuck, caveman.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Jaywalking, she says.
I didn't know the monks were so,
they have roads.
Well, how long have you been in here? I assume since you arrived with your pompous attitude and stupid Nazi flair.
It would seem I am not the only one with a pompous attitude.
Oh, listen to yourself. I actually wanted to be here.
Oh, part of your master plan, is it, to be captured?
Absolutely.
Breakable bars?
I like pat my insides. Absolutely. So, if you don't mind me asking, since you're not going anywhere, what was the whole point of you coming to Shangri-La in the first place? You might as well tell me your Grandmaster plan. You haven't got a laser pointed at me. I know you Nazis like that sort of stuff, but...
I will not tell you anything about the Soul Society.
Oh, come on. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
What do you think this is? Some sort of comic book?
And
You
as a
can
point of
actually
order,
read?
it's Helga Downer. Just saying.
Well, I thought I'd try. Yeah, I mean, might as well lighten this eternal damnation with conversation, you know?
This is going to be awful.
Well, I mean, it is if you don't warm up to me.
Stupid American.
I could say the same thing about Nazi Germany, but I won't because you guys already know that.
And the
She
awkward
glares at
silence
you.
stretches.
What else is there in the room that I can, like, what have I been equipped with in this person?
There is there's a fountain of water.
Okay.
Water pours into a basin and then presumably empties in some fashion as well, as it never fills up. There is a toilet, kind of. It's not like a porcelain toilet. It's a hole in the ground that you can. Well, it has its own sort of stone fixture that you sit upon, but it's not fancy in any way.
All right, I as I see it, I turn around and is like, oh, you're probably gonna have to see me poop at some point. Lovely.
That's those German people. Apparently, some of them go for that.
This is what passes for polite conversation between Americans.
Hey, well, you threw that out the window when you started insulting my homeland. What else do I see?
Water comes in, poop goes out, and comfortable bed.
Okay, what about any sort of, like, reading material, anything like that?
There's none of that present.
Okay.
As far as the hallway outside, you can definitely see that there are identical cells up and down on both sides. It's basically a hallway that comes to a dead end on one side and opens up into a either larger hallway or larger space on the other. From there is light. There's also light that illuminates the hallway, but there is not light specifically for the rooms. There isn't like a light bulb above you.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I turn to the Raven Handler and I'm like, is there anyone else that's potentially more talkative in these cells?
Most of my men do not speak English.
Oh, by the way, I did run into a few, I guess you called them, mutineers from your party? They seem like pretty nice gentlemen. Probably sick and tired of being Nazis, you know. Whew. I wouldn't want to be one. I can understand why they jumped ship.
They were not willing to be imprisoned with the rest of us.
You
Instead,
don't fucking say. That's amazing. Oh.
yeah, I can hardly imagine.
Yes. Alright, so I've got this green vial, right?
You have it.
I do have it. What else do I have on my body?
You have your cane.
Yeah?
Herpes.
You have whatever else you had on your person.
Interesting. So I have my lockpick and I have
You do?
my medical kit.
Yep.
Interesting.
If you had a medical kit that was on you at all times,
I
you
do.
have it.
Yeah, I do.
I
Medical
don't know why
kits
you
in
took
my
a-
eyes.
I don't know why you took a medical kit to lunch, but sure, it is on you.
Hey,
I never took off my dirty blood-stained clothes
He
wreckage.
still smells like just a
So, you know,
college armpit.
one would assume that I would lock the door before I go to the toilet, but apparently in this world we don't.
Well, because you didn't understand that there was a lock on it. If
You didn't
looked-
fucking... Anyway.
Yeah, because it wasn't an American lock. It wasn't designed anything like you've seen a lock before. You wouldn't have
Alright.
even known that the door had a lock.
Alright, calm down.
You fucking power gaming piece of shit.
Jabroni.
All right, let's move on.
Alright, so I have my knife. So this is what I have on my person. Locksmithing kit, have a holster concealed, but there's nothing in there. I have my handcuffs, I have a lighter, have a knife, I have a wristwatch, flashlight,
Tommy
cigarettes,
gun with explosive ammo.
and first aid kit and walking cane. Is any of those taken away from me?
No.
Okay, interesting. So what is the connection, what is the wall between, is there any windows or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, what is the wall between the cell bars made of?
Stone.
Okay.
The same stone that you saw previously in the basement of the monastery.
Okay.
It's got sort of a bluish tinge to it.
Right. Okay. Well, I would probably just resign myself to conversation then. You did.
All right,
It's a
you get
beautiful
to
woman. How
you
awful.
get to know. She really does. She's curt and insulting and short in responses to questions. She certainly doesn't reveal anything about her organization or herself.
Okay. The one thing I haven't is this around the time where blonde hair, blue eyes was a thing in Nazi Germany, or is this before that?
Well, technically, blonde hair, blue eyes was never a thing in Germany. That's the perfect Aryan.
Yeah.
Other Aryans, like Hitler was black. He had black hair. He had brown hair.
Yeah.
Black.
I really wanted to say
Hitler was black. There, leave that
Hitler was
conversation.
not black. That would
Beautiful.
that would have been a extreme divergence from
Technically
the,
revisionist history, but you know.
It
so
all
in my
makes
game,
sense.
Hitler is black.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, you're racist. So there.
I make the rules. I am God. Otto and Archie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. I think you did end up finding him and telling him about. Yep. So Otto and Archie, you both now know that you have the amulet of the mafiosos, and you've got a couple hours. I believe that Arch had just come to find you, Otto, while you were learning the Atlantean language with Clendon. So you guys are in the library, and you know where the mafiosos are, and you have a couple hours, and scene.
Oh, one question. I'm a little hazy. Were you ready to get the hell out like GTFO now? or are we just kind of still in the planning phases?
Well, you haven't discussed any. I mean, you have the amulet. That was the big thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You have the amulet. You know that the mafiosos have the amulet, and you know that you have a limited period of time with which to.
From what I can remember, you guys were making. You already had made plans, right, to go through the Great.
No, their
That's-
plan was just to get the amulet. Like all the planning they had originally done was to find a way to get the amulet, and then the mafiosos did that for them.
Okay.
That's as far as they'd thought. Obviously, they intend to go through the Great, but beyond that, there hasn't been any specific planning.
Okay. All right. In that case, okay. Hey, Professor Dude. I say, not looking at Clinton.
What?
I just walked in when they're studying. I was gonna like.
No,
tell
you've
them-
already informed them.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
As I said, you just happen to where you are physically is the library, but you've already had the conversation. Again, it's been a month. No harm, no foul, except for the harm where you didn't show up for a month.
In
Damn.
defense, how many of those were me specifically?
2.
2.5.
And a half?
Because it would have been 3, but we had canceled previously because it's somebody else's. You would have.
Oh, so I get blamed for that. I getcha.
Well, you it was 2.5.
Anyway, guys, back to the game. Come
Yeah.
on.
All right.
You
Keep
wouldn't
it
have
up.
been able to show up.
Racket, stop being a salty prick. Just play the game.
Well, I made an offhand comment. You guys are the ones who. You're at the
That's about
library.
the 9th offhanded comment. We're only about 30 minutes into this game.
So, if I am understanding you correctly, Arch, we have an amulet. It had, of course, been my dream to try and synthesize and discover what the components were, but oh well. You have the brutish Americans. You asked them to steal the thing, and now we have very limited time. Do you happen to have the amulet with you?
No, I don't have it on me.
Curses.
Yeah, I know.
I would
We
love
only
to
got a couple hours,
study it.
so I'm not sure how much science you can get done in a couple hours.
Never
But-
underestimate what a man can do when truly driven in the name of science. With only a few hours, I will need some paper clips, rubber bands, and a live chicken.
I can
we have
get
those
you a live chicken if you give me like a week in a chicken coop.
Curses. Well, then, in that case, I suppose we must have at it.
Now, hang on now. I give Clinton a hard look, and I kind of pull you to the side, like, all right, hey, do you think Clinton's going to want to stay here or head back?
He's staying here, no doubt about it.
Okay, all right. So then I'd rather not tell Clinton anything that he could share with the monks, because nice intentions and all, I say sarcastically. Then I repeat that sarcasm part out loud just to really make sure that I fucking don't like these shitheads. I don't really trust the monks. I don't trust him not to tell the monks, and the monks not to figure out what we're doing. So
what? Surely you're not suggesting we do as those brutish folks say and rub him out?
no. I just didn't want to tell him anything. Leave him here.
Not
Not that much of an ass, but. But yeah, I don't keep, like a mushroom, keep him in the dark and feed him shit, 'cause I don't want him screwing up any plans we make. That said, let's make some plans to get the hell out of here.
Your English idioms are very interesting. Well, all right, we shall then lead the way, Arch. I am coming for science.
All right, we're gonna stop by your place, then my place. We're gonna grab everything we need, and then we're gonna go meet the mafiosos. That sound good?
Yes, where are we meeting the mafiosos?
I thought the
At
plan
the
was.
mafioso place.
I thought the plan was to try and find your winter gear.
The thing is,
are.
they have the winter.
They
The
have
winter
the
gear is
thing.
going to be with my guns and all that, and that's probably going to be locked up down in the basement,
Okay.
since you already checked the upstairs.
Yes.
But yeah, because I want to get my gun, my ammo, or my shotgun, my ammo, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
And I want that freaking.
All right, so let's cut to the chase because we're short on time. What do you guys grab? Because you don't have a lot by way of
Yeah,
stats or supply. I mean, Otto does. You don't.
That's the thing. I have all my shit with me, but Otto probably has stuff he wants to grab.
So, Otto, what are you grabbing for your little escapade into the basement of the monastery?
Well, Otto is kind of hoping that he'll have the chance to split off away from them after they get in there and get some stuff and get out. Because in his mind, what's going to go on is they're going to go in there, get the winter gear, get out, and then those guys are going to, head out the way they came in. So he's planning to bring an empty backpack, and he's probably not going to bring his pistol or any of his bullets. Not expecting a fight.
Didn't you have a bug-out bag at some point?
No, not really. Just sort of stuff. I mean, a blanket, backpack, a gun, a couple of...
Snuggie for cold weather.
Yeah, Snuggie for cold weather. No. He doesn't have anything like that. But he does have, various... Mostly what he's been hoarding so far is just things that he could use, like the lenses for microscopy and prisms and things like that. Yeah, he's probably just going to bring an empty backpack, expecting to be filling it up with stuff and bringing it back. So no real need to take stuff with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, all right. So you just grab a knapsack.
Yep.
Okie doke.
Knapsack.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my place, see if Dave left, or see if Arch left any, or no, see if Rex left anything.
Nobody
and
left
then-
anything.
All right, then make it look like we're gonna come back. Leave stuff out, leave things around. So if any monks, just vaguely not suspicious.
Yeah,
All right.
Clean up the place
go.
and leave a...
Then you go meet the mafiosos at their place, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right. You see the mafiosos are all in a group, milling around outside their house. They're all dressed. They have on them all of their crap. And Henry, the home run haddock, has his baseball bat.
Cool. Hi guys. How you doing? We ready to do this?
I
Benny
suppose
nods
so.
at you.
All right. Then
The
any
mafiosos all nod. Benny says, "Lead the way."
All right, we're heading out. Any last words? And I walk out the door before anyone says anything. So now, how suspicious do we look in general? We all have a giant backpacks full of crap. Since we're gonna have to walk through the monastery, I'm worried. Do we look like, hey, we
Everyone's
have
in
escape
prayer at
written
the
on our
moment.
forehead?
Everyone's in prayer at the moment.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they're all on the first floor, and they're all doing their strange eldritch ceremony in which they are meditating vocally and in harmony. They're all standing in neat rows and looking forward. They will not notice you passing into the basement.
Okay.
If you don't, make any sudden loud noises or set something on fire or
All
tip
right.
something over.
That said, I still think we should stash our packs on the edge of town. Just on the off chance it takes us 3 or 4 hours to get out of this place, game time, I'm thinking hey, let's just make us look, let's go light and fast. So stick all our, fuck it, let's just go.
Oh, you're overthinking things.
Planning it like a military operation, like the veteran that I can't let go of.
You guys are in the brewery in the basement, or rather, just the wine cellar. The actual brewing doesn't happen here. That was a poor choice of words on my part. And you see the grate, the iron gate, or iron gate
Mhm.
that you've seen before.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a stein for luck, take a sip, and then
Fucking hell.
stick the thingy stick the little amulet against the wall, and then exhale boozy breath on it.
You don't have the amulet. Benny produces the amulet when you guys get down here. The amulet is a turquoise stone carved in the shape of
A turquoise stone.
an upside down obelisk.
Okay.
It is curved rather than angular, but it comes to a point at the bottom. The top is bulbous and has strange markings that neither of you recognize, but Otto, you
Mhm.
it feels very similar to some of the stuff that you were reading upstairs with Clendon earlier. Maybe if you got a chance to look at it later, you could
Try interpreting.
be more specific.
Okay.
All right, so Benny has the amulet. What do?
Benny, can I have the amulet, please?
You know how to use the thing?
I got a pretty good idea. I'm the only one that's seen it used.
Okay, boss. Puts it in your hand.
All right, I touch it to the grate, exhale boozy breath on it. I mutter open sesame out loud, just loud enough for people to hear.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to stand here like a fool for a good 15 more seconds, and I'm going to say, like, well, shit. Hey, science dude? Science, wait, shoot, damn it, I'm forgetting the names.
My name
Otto?
is Otto.
Yep, Otto, you mind seeing if you can make out some of these your characters?
Certainly, give it here.
I pass it.
I'll snatch it. What can I divine from the characters on the amulet?
Well, why don't you roll your new Atlantean language stat?
Mm-hmm. Get exactly half of whatever you have in it.
Indeed. Let's try this. /
Remember,
roll.
the basic of it is int. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then just carrot 2. Yeah. Not even half. Not even half.
Not even
Yeah.
half.
That's how most systems work. Despite Dave's constant protesting, just because he got a bad roll once.
Well, it's a lot of once bad rolls.
Yeah.
So you're very fresh in the Atlantean language, Otto. The lesson ended not 15 minutes ago, you're not able to make out any of the hieroglyphs on this pendant amulet. There are words that you remember how to say in Atlantean. If you wanted to just try random shit, but
Basically, that's it. All else fails, I'm just going to get close to the grate. I'm going to start saying all the Atlantean words I remember at this. Actually, no. First, in a very scientific fashion, he's going to
Say fuck
Otto's
out
going
loud.
to exhale on the thing on the.
He's going to say exhale.
No, he's going to exhale on the amulet.
Well,
see if he can't produce a reaction.
Arch tried that. You do notice that there is some minor reaction. There is a faint emission of light. It starts to put out a couple luxes of light, sparkling, glimmering a little bit. It does not open the gate. And if you do move into the phase where you're saying random words, you get 3 guesses, and you have to tell me what in English those words are.
Bumblefuck, scumblebub, and
I'll start with "Let me pass."
So you will say, well, you can say pass. You only have like one word. You only know assemblies of one word at level 1 in the Atlantean language. You only know nouns and verbs.
So then I'll instead what I'll do is I'll open with open in Atlantean. So I take it that's supposed to indicate to me that nothing happened.
Oh no, actually, wreckage dropped.
Okay. Whew,
I thought he was
for a
doing
minute
the
there.
opposite.
Yeah.
So did I, actually. So did I. Then I looked over and I saw that he dropped. So.
Balls.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, how we doing?
Not too terrible.
Yeah.
Cat is slowly training.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Training.
And notice I'm not
your
playing with a
leg
loud
as
cat toy
scratching
this time.
post.
Yeah.
Well, no, she got comfortable around me, so she'll lean up against me and like stretch, and about 1 time in 10 she'll forget and use her claws, and that's when I kind of got to yell at her. Ah, kidders. Ah, Higgins.
Wait, what did you call your cat?
Higgins.
Is that the name of your cat?
Yep, that is her name.
What's that
And
from?
it is also other one of the 4 main characters of the TV show Mag.
Oh. Now everyone drops. I love Skype. Skype is my favorite.
All right.
Okay.
Skype is my favorite thing.
Okay. So as I was saying, Higgins is also one of the 4 main characters in the TV show Magnum PI, which stars Tom Selleck's mustache.
Indeed.
I had a
And
mustache
short
for a
shorts.
little bit.
Yeah, I noticed the clean-shaven look there. What gives?
Oh, I shaved off my beard. That's generally what happens.
Oh, okay. No, kidders. Don't eat that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a tough life, Dave.
Yeah.
You actually lost about 8 ounces worth of weight and like 90 pounds worth of masculinity.
Oh, yeah, look, I got rid of my big beard a long time ago, like in March. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's around the time that we stopped playing. I should.
Actually, yeah, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
God. Why does Wreckage's internet always go down at this time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's strike number 2.
High demand in his particular area?
Yeah,
Possibly.
everyone
Wait,
gets
where?
up in the morning.
Where's Wreckage again? Where's he located?
I don't know.
I mean, like, well, just time zone in general, I'm guessing.
Pacific?
Like, no,
I
he's
don't
not
think-
Pacific.
no.
I thought he was Central or Mountain.
Oh.
Maybe Alaskan or whatever Alaska's time zone is.
He's not in Alaska, is he?
I
St.
can see him being,
Paul,
but-
United States.
Minnesota, eh?
Yeah, I thought it was Minnesota, yeah.
You ask him to say flag and bag. See how he says it.
Oh, we could just try and get him back.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is terrible.
All right. Well, while we're waiting real quick, I'm going to go throw something away. I'll be back in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, Skype sucks.
Yeah. Skype. So, yeah, how's that Witcher playthrough going?
I finished it last night.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. I didn't, like, I sat down, I'm just like, I'm just gonna have a few beers and play Witcher. And then I'm like,
Then two
It just-
bottles
it-
of vodka later and 3 games of Witcher.
no,
you
no,
know.
no.
Damn.
Then it just kind of ended, and I'm like, huh. Because the first one was like, fucking humongous. It was like a 50-hour game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Witcher 2, like, ends at, like,
All right.
chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one ended at chapter 5, and I was thinking, oh, I got two more chapters after this. Stream awkward small talk for 3 hours? Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
if
see.
you want, I could start telling jokes.
No, please. Please. tell us a
Okay.
joke.
You heard the one about the farmer and his pigs?
Nope. Tell us the one about the farmer and
It's
his
It's a
too
little
late.
on the raunchy side, but all right. So a farmer had some pigs, and their county fair was coming up, and he wanted to advertise his farm. And the county fair had one of those little guess the pig's weight competition, you win a prize thing.
Ooh, okay. Why would he advertise his farm?
Business sense. I don't know. He's a farmer. He wants more people paying attention to him so he can make money.
That's
So-
not how farming works, but okay, continue.
No, okay. I grew up on a rice farm. I didn't grow up on a pig farm. This is a freaking pig farm joke. So
a pig
our
farm.
farmer, being basic, being a little bit lower on a little low on the end of the intelligence scale, was trying to find a piglet, and he realized none of his pigs ever got pregnant. So he went out down to the vet, and he said, "Doctor, how come my pigs aren't getting pregnant?" Doctor looks at the pigs and says, "Well, sir, your pigs are all female. You're gonna have to artificially inseminate them." So our farmer, being a little low on the end of the intelligence scale, decides that means he has to go fuck him. So he looks at the doctor and he says, well, it's a joke, Dave. He looks at the doctor and he says, how am I going to know when it took? Doctor says, well, the morning after they'll be wallowing in the mud.
Hello.
The farmer.
Hello.
Oh.
Cut
Oh,
it
just
short.
kidding.
We're
Big
back.
heart.
Welcome back. Wreckage.
All right.
Strike one. No.
Yeah, no, Skype strike one.
Yeah. No, we were all here. We were all here.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well.
yep. Continue.
Okay, so
No.
Oh,
With
sorry.
the game.
Yeah. Action. You can't form sentences yet in Atlantean, so you can try
Indeed.
three. You can try 3 words.
Well, then
Singular.
the first singular word I will attempt in Atlantean will be open.
And now
All
comes
right.
pregnant pause.
Yeah.
You say open, the stone glows, and the gate glows, and the gate disassembles in the way that Arch originally saw it disassemble before him.
Ich bin der Übermensch!
Uh-oh.
The gate closes.
And thus it
instantly.
begins. Yeah.
Um,
Can
And
the
then
rest of
we
us remember that word
forward.
enough to repeat it? Is it something we have to like do a check or roll? Is it just like blah or something, or is it complicated?
it's got a weird tongue roll in there. You're not sure you could pull off.
Okay. All right.
But
So,
if worst comes to worst, you could always make an attempt. There might be a roll if it's
Gotcha.
necessary.
all right. So worst case scenario, we got to make sure Otto doesn't get his tongue blown off or something.
Got it.
So
Fate worse than death.
Suspended in the air before you, Otto, seemingly by no means of their own, are glowing pieces of metal. They glow with a turquoise light, and float without purpose or mechanism away from the opening that they were originally filling. Some move into the space
Absolutely
beyond,
fantastic.
some move into the space that you are in, basically just enough to be out of the way.
cool.
This
All right.
is fantastic.
Well, all right. Everybody through. We don't know how long this is going to stay open.
The mafiosos move through.
Otto, you coming? We do kind of need you to open stuff. There might be more. There might be more grades to study too.
But of course, I was merely... I mean, is this not the most fantastic thing you have ever seen
It
in
is
your
quite
life?
pretty and it glows quite blue, but we got stuff to do.
I'm not.
Nope. I grab him by the collar and gently hustle him through.
But don't you think that this deserves some more study? I mean, the vein, perhaps it is something with the geometry of the explosion.
For all we know, it could be poisonous when it's in this state.
Poisonous.
You don't know.
I am willing to shorten my life to understand this phenomenon.
Yeah, but that's a mean.
Otto's
call
going to
everybody else
start heading back.
He
towards
drags
the-
you through the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. I come.
He's
There are
dragging you through the door,
more
and as you guys are having this conversation about how fascinating it would be to study the phenomenon, the door closes behind you. Door, quotes, closes, quotes. The gate reforms behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Yes.
Then we're gonna move on forward. Careful, not just like running blindly, giggling, but a little bit quiet.
All right, you find yourself in a strange. Well, it looks very much similar to the architecture that you saw previously in the room with the barrels. You see the same sort of craftsmanship and handiwork in the supporting structures, the archways that hold up the ceiling. However, the light coming from the room with the barrels, the wine cellar, is the only light filling this space. Inky blackness stretches out before you as row after row of columns and archways disappear in all directions, presumably. You do not see a wall to your left or to your right, as a matter of fact. Just
Okay. I'm gonna grab Otto real quick. Hey Otto, take out that necklace and say light.
Okay. I will mutter light into the amulet.
it produces as much light as it previously did, which was not much.
Worth a shot.
It glows, and you can see that it glows, but it would not illuminate like a torch.
Okay. Let me check see if I got a torch real quick. If I got some sort of light in my pack. I'm gonna let me see. I don't have the Yeti paw anymore because they fucking took it. I've got whiskey. I've got a
whiskey.
grenade,
Yeah,
and I think I still have that bathrobe. I could probably all right. I'm gonna rip off a chunk of fabric, stuff it in the whiskey bottle, shake it up, and light it like a Molotov, just so we can get some light.
Sure. What are you holding the rag with that you just lit?
No, you rip off the rag, you stuff it in the bottle, and you hold the bottle. You don't hold the rag.
So you are literally holding a lit Molotov cocktail in your hand right now, is what you're telling me?
Yep.
Okay.
They're actually surprisingly safe. I say, guessing completely.
Well, my understanding is that rag soaked in alcohol is going to burn away rather quickly.
No, the alcohol burns away first, and then it wicks it through like a candle. I've actually done this in real life.
I don't know about that, but we don't have time
we have
to
like
argue
10 or 20
because
okay, cool.
we don't have time to argue about this one, so we're going to go with, sure, the alcohol wicks through like a candle and the rag doesn't burn, and you now have a permanent source of light.
Yeah, same thing as a lantern, just until I drop it. And
all right, it's about as bright as a torch, and it will illuminate the space that you immediately occupy.
Motion, please, yeah.
So, all right, then we're gonna continue forward to see if we can find stuff and/or people.
One moment. Boop, boop, boop. Trying to get something to work on roll 20 real quick.
Is it music?
No.
Okay.
No, it's the sound of glass breaking and everyone dying in fire.
The flesh on my bones.
It is no longer on my bones.
It's no longer flesh.
It smells nice, though.
You're just aware that everyone has a skeleton inside them.
A scary, spoopy skeleton. All right.
Dog show.
S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Night.
All right, so you guys can head off in any direction. Which direction do you choose in relation to the doorway that you just entered from?
I hear someone say Marco down the hallway, so I say Polo.
Well, hang on. Is it like different corridors, or can we just go any which way?
You can go any which way. So basically, what you have is that the room is made out of columns and archways, and between the columns is a square in which in each of the corners there is a column, and that creates a space in all directions. The actual, if you look around, the brewery itself, the wine cellar, the basement of the monastery is actually surrounded by this, and you can go in literally any direction.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look over, like, hey guys, what direction do you think?
So, Arch, which archway do you think we should go through?
It happened!
I knew it was coming. I knew it. They all look exactly the same to me. So, I say forward, just because forward's a good direction in general. But you guys got any other ideas? I'm going to say forward. And I'm holding the light, so...
Fuck you guys.
Hint, hint. Yeah.
So, when you say forward, you mean straight out from the door?
Straight out in the direction we came in on. We're going to have to
keep walking.
Yeah. I mean, unless I can see any sort of variation that would say, like, hey, walk this way, I'm just going to go pick a direction at random, and forward's a good random.
That's fine with me.
You guys agree? And by you guys, I mean Otto and apparently Mafias.
Sure.
All right.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, yeah.
I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
I need you to roll a dice
Oh.
on the dice roller.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a 1d4.
4.
Ooh. That means 4 people died.
All right. Everybody takes 4 damage. Just kidding.
That's all my damage, so... Rex died.
Yeah, you just died.
Technically, you would just be unconscious and bleeding out.
In a cell, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, German lady laughs at you.
Okay. You guys continue through the inky black nothingness, illuminated only by your impromptu Molotov cocktail torch light. The mafiosos follow behind you and Otto. The line that you inhabit is far enough away that the last couple of mafiosos are completely unseen to you. Of course, they can follow your light source. and you head through the dark. You hear occasionally the dripping of water in the cave-like way, that one dripping sound effect that Roll20 has, although I'm not turning it on just to spare you the cliche.
Thanks.
But you're going to tell us about the cliche.
Yes, I'll describe it to you.
That's how this works, Frank, in case you hadn't realized.
No, I know. I'm just calling attention to it. All right, so keep going.
And all at once, as your light only illuminates a little bit ahead of you, there is suddenly a great stone wall in front of you. It rises up, larger than the ceiling that you had previously been traveling under with the columns and the archways. All of a sudden, that sort of structure ends, and there is a gap between it and the stone wall that seems to rise up above you. And if you look around, to your right slightly is a large circular stone carving. It's like a donut up on its side.
Oh, I know what that is.
Large donut. Stone donut.
Stone donut on the side. That means we're supposed to put something in the hole, maybe?
How large is the opening of this stone donut, did you say?
The torus.
The stonut, if you will.
The torus is large enough to pass a jeep through.
Oh.
Is it like... I'm sorry I'm not there, but I'm going to ask this question anyway, for my sake. Is the torus part of it, is it connected to the ground, or is there like a step up that you have to go through to get there? Could you drive a jeep through it, basically?
You couldn't drive a jeep through it without building a ramp.
Okay,
you would have to build the ramp, but then you could pass the jeep through it.
Yeah, so it's like a Stargate then, basically.
It is perfectly circled. Part of it is not submerged in the ground. If that's what you're asking, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
It's not an arch. It is a perfect stone circle that is not flush with the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say, how long did it take us to walk here? Like, was it like a 2-minute walk? Was it like a 10-minute walk from this, I guess, the center or wherever the hell we were?
10 minutes, probably.
All right, so I'm going to guess it's about probably a 20-minute walk to get to the opposite end. And then it'll be, all right, we're looking at hours. Guys, I have a bad feeling about giant hole in wall, especially if it's a size you can put a fucking car through, a Model T, if you will. And especially because we have Model T-size monsters somewhere around here.
You are thinking that this is the way that the Yetis come from.
That would be my... Are there any claw marks around the bottom of that Taurus?
Well, it's also worth pointing that it's not connected to the wall. It's a standing structure. It's a free structure.
Did I ever tell these guys about the portal that the...
You did.
Guy came through? Alright, good.
The portal? I don't remember that.
Yes, the guy in the forest... Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He interviewed that dude.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then we've got a portal.
Yeah.
Cool. So...
To Stonehenge, if I remember correctly.
No.
A henge of stones, but not Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Okay,
There was no indication where he came from.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that episode, because I do remember Stonehenge for some reason.
Well,
Okay.
it totally does not mentioned at all, so...
That said, we've got a giant empty hole that we could try diving through, but at this point, we want to get our stuff, we want to get our people. So I think we're going to keep going. I vote we keep going. What do you guys think?
It is a shame we do not have extra light sources. Otherwise, we could split up and try to cover more ground.
Any of you Mafia guys got, like, torches or stuff you can make torches out of?
Well, I got a lighter, says one of them.
That works. All right, hang on. I got an idea. Anyone got, like, sticks or something? Or, like, pieces of wood we can tie rags to make torches? Like
Balaclava Benny, or whatever. No, Mad Haddock has
Haddock's got bats, but...
The baseball bat is made out of steel, but
it doesn't matter, man. You can wrap something on the end of it.
Wrap it in a shirt sleeve with whiskey soaked in it. It'll burn for a good couple minutes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a couple minutes.
Yeah. All right. So in other words, making torches is probably a no-go. All right. Well, then I guess we're gonna stay as a group unless you guys want to risk darkness.
Do
Yeah.
Otto, do you look closer on the thing, or are you not interested in it scientifically?
Well, I am interested. I mean, but is it scientific or is it anthropologic? But I guess
I
I
don't
could
know.
glance at it. I mean, it is noteworthy.
It is the only thing in the room with complete darkness.
It's true.
Yeah.
Making it de facto the most interesting thing in the room.
Yeah, I'd
Sorry,
say.
Arch, you're just not that interesting.
I
That
have that effect on
balaclava,
straight
Benny.
males.
What's under the balaclava?
Probably a face. It's
He's
a full body
actually
suit with
a
no
lizard.
He is a lizard person.
He's a midget on a unicycle, but don't tell anybody.
He is a woman.
Ooh.
Can you give me a science roll for this
Sure,
one?
Mr. Burns.
Holy
you gotta
God.
be kidding me.
Wow.
Welcome to Hollow Earth Expedition,
You made yourself
where
dumber just now.
presumed knowledge means absolutely nothing.
You have
Man, you like poked yourself in the eye by thinking.
This is very not interesting to me. Must be some sort of worship altar or something.
Okay. Hey, I'm thinking of yelling out loud like, hello, anybody? But that's a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go take a look at the Taurus thingy. I'm gonna see if there's any like funny scratches or whatnot on it. Like writing or anything. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I think we lost Rick again. God damn it, Rick. You, Alright, guys. It's the top of the hour anyway. We're going to take a break. We do that at the top of every hour here for about 3 to 5 minutes, and this will give us a good opportunity to get Wreckage back on the call. We got another 3 more hours of this after, so don't go anywhere. Plenty more to come. Oh, if the stream goes down, it's because I'm probably going to reset it and try again with the other settings, so don't worry about that too much. Alright, peace.
Cool.